For regular videos on ancient cultures and forgotten civilizations, please subscribe.
The most famous oracle of Apollo was, of course, at Delphi in Greece. But the one here at Didyma was probably the second most famous oracle. And what was an oracle? Basically, you would come here to get your fortune. Remember, Apollo is associated with prophecy. Now, at Delphi, you'd bring a question to the oracle, usually and express it verbally. Here at Didyma, they wanted you to write it down. So you'd bring a written question that you would give to Apollo, and then you would get your fortune. So after you brought your question to the oracle, a priestess would do fasting and ritual prayers over the sacred spring, which was originally right here in the Didymaon. And she would then utter a prophecy of Apollo for you. It'd be kind of a fortune. It'd be something that could be interpreted a few different ways so that there's more of a chance of it becoming true, kind of like a fortune cookie type fortune. But you would get a message here from her. Now, in later times, the spring dried up. I think even by the time of the Croesus temple, the spring had dried up and they made a well here instead. And the same sorts of rituals were performed at the well. Interesting story. King Croesus of Lydia, we are told, was being threatened by the Persians, and he wanted to know what was going to happen. And he was planning to go to war with them, but he wanted to get his, oracle from Apollo. So he actually had a message brought here, and he also had one sent to Delphi. And he didn't like the message that he got here. I guess it had something to do that he was going to lose or something. And so he much preferred the oracle that he got from Delphi, which was that if he went to war with Persia, a mighty empire will be destroyed. And he interpreted that to mean Persia. So he's like, I like that one. Well, when he went to war with Persia, he lost, and his mighty empire was destroyed. Oh, Croesus. When the Persians entered this area, the priestly family that operated the temple, they're called the Branchidae family. They trace their lineage back to this legendary figure named Branchos. They surrendered the temple and all of its treasures to King Xerxes of Persia. And he destroyed the temple, stole the statue of Apollo, and took it back to Persia. Well, the people of the city never forgave the priests for that, and the Branchidae ended up fleeing the area. And it went into decline. It practically shut down. And it wasn't until Alexander the Great came in the 4th century BCE and reconquered this area that the temple was reopened. He restored the temple, and he ordered that it be built even bigger. So in the Hellenistic period that followed Alexander, more work was being done on it. These walls that you see around here, just to give you an idea of the size here, these are about 1/3 of the original height. Okay, 1/3 of the original height. These blocks here with all the decorative elements, they were up on the top. Yeah, they went much higher. Because the columns over there, basically as high as that. This has been a huge, tall, magnificent building. Anyway, Alexander liked the temple because they gave him a wonderful fortune for himself. But he had not the traditional priestly family operate this temple from that point forward, but the administration of the city of Miletus, which is right nearby. They were in charge of the oracle from that time forward.